This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Wednesday, January 29th. It will be mostly cloudy today with showers this afternoon. The high will be 60. The rain will get heavier this evening with a chance of a thunderstorm. The low will be 54. Here are today's headlines. Texas students largely are not making enough progress recovering from the learning disruptions touched off by the pandemic. Scores from the National Assessment of Educational Progress found the percentage of Texas 8th graders deemed proficient in math was not significantly different than in 2022, and, more troublingly, not significantly different from 2000's results. Just 24% of those students scored at or above the proficient level. Reading results for 8th grade students were similarly flat, with a quarter of them scoring proficiently. The average score of 8th graders in Texas was below the national average in both math and reading. The national report card measures how well 4th and 8th graders do in those two subjects, giving a sense of how students across the country are performing over time. The results triggered sober acknowledgments in each of the two releases since the pandemic hit. Texas Education Agency Commissioner Mike McCarthy is expected to address the state scores this week. In other news, President Donald Trump's administration's crackdown on immigration, which began last week, has led to a daily spike in the number of arrests of undocumented people in the country. A U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesperson in Dallas confirmed that 84 individuals were arrested by ICE agents over the weekend in several cities in North Texas, including Dallas, Arlington, Irving, Fort Worth, and Garland. But how does this number compare to previous years? Experts say it's too early to tell, though the daily rate of arrests is more than double last year's average, according to reported federal data. Since January 22nd, ICE arrested more than 4,500 individuals for allegedly being in the country without a legal migratory status. On Monday alone, the immigration agents arrested 1,179 individuals. That's an average of 753 arrests daily since the stepped-up enforcement began. The daily average in fiscal year 2024 was 310, with Dallas leading the nation in arrests overall. White House border czar Tom Homan said in an interview with CBS Chicago over the weekend that the number of arrests will continue to increase. However, the data released does not know how many arrested had criminal histories. Next up, as a bird flu-induced egg shortage sweeps the country, North Texas restaurateurs are having to make adjustments to their menus to keep up with price increases and a lack of availability. Matt Tobin, owner of Goodfriend Package and Goodfriend Beer Garden in East Dallas, said, "We've seen a 20 to 25% increase in egg prices from November until now. They're probably up 17 to 18% just in the last month." His breakfast and lunch sandwich shop, Goodfriend Package, goes through thousands of eggs a week, making the restaurant particularly susceptible to impacts from the nationwide shortage. An outbreak of avian influenza caused by the H5N1 virus first started back in 2022, but it has escalated in recent months. Millions of chickens have been killed by the virus, causing the country's egg supply to drop considerably. And the Dallas Cowboys confirmed that newly minted head coach Brian Schottenheimer will also serve as the team's offensive play caller. The duty might have kept him in the building. The Cowboys' chief operating officer Stephen Jones said after Schottenheimer's introductory news conference Monday that former head coach Mike McCarthy would have continued to call plays had the team retained him as head coach. Schottenheimer, who served as offensive coordinator for 2 seasons under McCarthy, would not have hung around for a third year of that arrangement. Schottenheimer instead will be a first-time head coach and call plays for the first time since a brief 4-game run with the Jacksonville Jaguars 4 seasons ago. He was in charge of play calling after the Jaguars fired head coach Urban Meyer midseason, and before that helped the Seattle Seahawks orchestrate a top-5 rushing offense twice in a 3-year stint as offensive coordinator from 2018 through 2020. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.